guest. You're confusing me. Okay.
Oh, we are streaming, aren't we?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do in the first place. I don't know why I hit recording. That was an accident. Hello! Alright, you guys. We're just setting up everything right now. Welcome to the stream. We'll give it like a minute, and then we'll introduce our guest. And then we'll get into the live stream. This is our new secretary. We pay her with housing, housing in a workspace.
I don't even get a real chair.
That's
got my comfy.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Give it another minute.
We're not paying you to give us your opinion.
Oh.
Ouch.
Okay.
We appreciate your opinion. Wow. You can throw stuff at him if you want to. There's a bunch of
there's
objects.
a head scratch right here at the pointy end.
Oh, no. Nothing sharp.
Okay.
Okay, but yeah, so I finished that video with the 8350.
Okay, we'll talk about that. But
God, that was horrible.
all right, so welcome guys to Toasty Tech Live. It's sponsored by Vidfall. So if you haven't already, check out vidfall.com. The link is in the title, but I'll go ahead and drop it in the chat real quick. Sign up for Vidfall. Really awesome guys over there. And Steve should probably be in the chat. Most of the time he's hanging out in the chat with us. But give him a big thanks for letting us have this event. Really cool guy over there. So
and for sending in his setup.
And submitting his setup. Steve's gonna be his setup is gonna be shown off. Yeah, I was just totally. It's gonna be shown off in this episode of Toasty Tech Live. So, yeah. And without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and introduce our guest. So, this is the 4th Gen Gamer, Josh, whatever he wants to be called. And he is a YouTuber, and I'm letting him talk about himself a little bit.
Yeah, I go by, I guess, a few names on, YouTube. I have the 4th Gen Gamer, that is my main channel. A lot of stuff on there you're going to see is Pokemon related, because, hey, Pokemon is awesome. Let's love a little bit of Pokemon, And I also have a second channel that is all tech stuff, which, hey, you guys watching probably like tech stuff. I do, too. And, hey, I don't really post as much on it, but you guys can find some, cool tech stuff on there. I did, I guess my biggest video I've done so far is like an AMD versus Intel showdown, the 9590 versus the 6600K. And yeah, see who wins that. That was pretty embarrassing for one company, but either way, all that aside, yeah, I do all the Pokemon gaming stuff on the 4th Gen Gamer, and my second channel, Tech Trainer Josh, I do some tech videos. So thank you for having me on. I'm excited to look at some setups and talk about all the tech stuff. So
yeah, we're glad to have you on. So we are going to jump right into this here. Thank you all for who's ever in the stream. If you haven't already, tweet out the stream. Help us out a little bit by sharing the stream to your friends. Then come hang out with us. We'll be here for an hour with the stream and doing the setups that we have right here. And then we're going to be doing just normal tech talk. So first off, we're going to do Andrew Fitzgerald's first, okay? You got that one?
Yep, I'm pulling it up.
All right, cool. So Andrew is, let's see, I'll pull up his email right here. Andrew says, hey, what's up, guys? I submitted way back on your first episode of Toasty Cribs. I was 12 then, and now I am 13. I took your advice on what I should change. Keep up the great work, guys. Also, I run a tech YouTube channel called AA Tech Games. So go check him out if you want to see what he does. And his PC specs. It's a self-built PC with an i7-4790K, an R9 290, 32 gigs of RAM, 2 terabyte hard drive, 500 gigabyte SSD, a 120 gigabyte SSD, a 500 gig hard drive, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. Wow, that overclock though is actually quite impressive.
Isn't that a 4 gigahertz like stock?
I think it is 4 gigahertz stock, something around that range. That's a pretty decent overclock. And yeah, so I guess we'll jump into some of the pictures here. So we'll look at the picture with your actual desk, and my first impression of the desk is it looks really clean. I like the 2 ultra-wide monitors, which I'm assuming those are ultra-wide. Those 2 ultra-wide monitors on the monitor stand look really cool. Something about it, I know certain monitor stands struggle to have like perfect alignment, but that is kind of bugging me. Yeah, it's not really perfectly.
A little bit off.
Yeah, that would kind of bug me. The speaker placement seems to be pretty good. One thing that, I mean, I like the idea of displaying your boxes and that sort of thing, but I don't really think the Intel CPU box really works that well underneath a monitor. That's my personal opinion. It looks kind of weird sitting right there.
Does it feel like everything is just kind of sideways to you?
It may be the picture.
It looks like it's all slanted, like it's about to just slide.
I don't know. Maybe his house is like slanted.
Maybe it's caving in.
It could be caving in.
We
I
need
don't
to start
know.
a GoFundMe for him.
Yeah, we got this. To save his house. But yeah, it looks really clean. I like the desk. The desk is really cool. You got all the storage on the sides. The storage could be a little bit more organized. There's some stuff just like everywhere, but I mean that's something you can do easily. Just clean that up. Yeah, I like the RGB keyboard. RGB keyboards are really nice. I like that. The desk mat's always a plus. The mouse, I'm assuming, what is... Let me
You
look
see
at
pedals?
pedals.
Yeah,
Oh
those
yeah,
pedals.
those
Yeah, I
pedals
was
down
wondering
there at the
pedals.
bottom. Yeah, that's
I'm trying
pretty
to figure out
cool.
what mic that is. It looks kind of like an audio... No, maybe I
I
don't
don't know what that mic is laying right there. I can't tell.
Does it say... It starts with a B, doesn't it?
Yeah, I can't tell which microphone that is. Huh. But yeah, do you have anything else you want to say, Jackson, about it?
I'm really digging the RGB keyboard. Which I don't even... Do you know which one that is?
That's the Corsair one.
Is it like... It's like,
Yeah,
it's
all I
like
can
it's
tell
a
is
K
that, of course,
something?
there.
That's a K something. Then,
I think it's probably a K70.
Okay. And I like the little card reader up top. Good placement for that. Yeah, I mean, you could kind of... You have a lot of USB stuff over here.
You can get a
It
little
looks
something
like-
to stick
It has a
in there.
USB hub too, but you know, I mean, overall, that's pretty clean. I don't see anything that looks too bad or out of place, except for this pencil.
Random
This
pencil on the
pencil
left.
is just killing me. Yeah, like Matt said, they're kind of maybe a little bit of cleaning down below the desk, but nothing's like too cluttered or anything. And it's pretty good cable management. I mean, yeah, I don't see any cables up here besides the mouse and keyboard, so it's a pretty good job there.
All right, Josh, what's your take on it?
Alright, well, overall, I really love the setup, and I mean, hearing the hardware that you just told me, that is really impressive, so great machine right there. I think that overall the setup, I mean, it is clean. I think it could use a little bit more personality. I see you have, like, the Intel box over there, the game on Asus. I think that we could, you know, we could put that somewhere else, you know, and put, like, figurines there or something there, a little bit of touch of personality instead of just kind of a few things kind of just thrown in a little bit. But overall, I really like it. And just a quick little thing, because I mean, you have a Corsair mechanical keyboard there. I mean, there's definitely some customization that you could do there. And I'm digging the RGB, but you could probably pull off like a blue and like match it to your PC LED. I think that would look pretty cool. And I mean, it'd also match your wallpaper, to be fair. Aside from that, I really like it. I think it's awesome. I think the cable management you did with especially the monitors on the stand, that looks really nice. I love the setup. I think it's awesome. I mean, damn, you're 13 and you have this.
Yeah.
You're really lucky. And those two 21:9 monitors are awesome. I don't know if you like edit any videos or content or anything, but like those are perfect for video editing. So overall, I'm digging it. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. So I guess we'll get into the rating. I'll start off right here. There's a couple things that I would recommend, but I'll give it after my rating. I would rate this setup as of right now. I want to give it a 9, but I'm going to go 8.9 on this one, and the few reasons being, it will be a 9 if you cleaned up some of the drawer space underneath it, and some of the stuff that's behind it, like the Intel box and that sort of stuff, doesn't really belong behind the monitors. If there's any way you could like make those a little bit even, the monitors themselves, that would just make things so much better. And also, as Josh mentioned, the touch of personality, one thing that you can do is, I know you have like the default Windows wallpaper, but having like a stretched wallpaper that goes across or something that shows your interests or that sort of stuff, that adds a lot of personality to your setup. You can go any way with a wallpaper. There's probably a lot of ultra-wide wallpapers that look pretty sweet that you could get, but yeah, I'm going to go 8.9. Clean stuff up, you can get a higher score. You're really close to being a pretty solid setup. You just got a little bit of cleaning to do. You have all the stuff you need. Definitely specs, you're right on with that, but 8.9 seems to work for me. So what's your take?
I'm gonna give it an 8.8. Not to be just to be a little bit different here. Like Matt said, I really like the specs, and I like the fact that you have your Intel processor like pretty overclocked. Kind of curious what cooler you actually have on it, because I'm gonna take a really big assumption here and say that you do not have the stock cooler on there to get it that overclocked,
Yeah.
because it would probably blow up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I like the R9 290. That would have been like my second choice if I didn't get a 380. The 32 gigs of RAM.
That's crazy.
It's a nice touch. A little bit overkill, but a nice touch. And yeah, you have SSDs. I think it's kind of weird, but I guess good that you have two different SSDs. I'm gonna assume you bought the 120 gig like a while back, and you might have upgraded and gotten the 500 gig later on, because they did used to be very expensive. But yeah, so specs, really good. That would pretty much be like a mid nines right there. But the 8 is just mainly for a lot of things like Matt pointed out, such as the monitors being a little bit off centered looking, and I'm pretty sure those are the same monitors. So, I could understand if they were different, them being a little bit off, but the fact that they're the same, I feel like you should be able to get them as close as possible. But then other than that, though, it's mainly just kind of cleanliness. If you just kind of sort some stuff out, it doesn't even really need to be off the desk completely. It just needs to be more sorted. Like, there's just some random things on there that I guess could be moved, like whatever this stuff is. And yeah, maybe the Intel box. The Game & Asus one's okay, but because I figure probably you're covering that monitor stand. But the Intel box is just kind of random. And then other than that, though, overall good setup. Everything looks really clean. But like we said, you could be cleaner. So if you ever want to resubmit, feel free to do that.
All right, Josh, your turn.
Alright, I'm a little bit stricter here. I'm giving it an 8.0. And probably the biggest reason is something that you guys didn't mention, is that mic. And I don't know what he's doing with that
That's
mic.
true, that's true.
Because that could make or break the setup. Honestly, he just has it kind of there. And I don't know what he does with that, because obviously you can't, he's not even plugged in. I can see the, USB port at the bottom. It's going to take a little bit of skill to, either get a stand for it, find a place for it, make sure that's routed all neatly and stuff. I don't know what's going on with that mic. Everything else I really do love about the setup, but I don't know. It's a little sketchy. And then there's a few other parts that you guys mentioned, and I think a little touch of personality would be good. But dude, great setup. I'm loving it. It's great.
That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like off topic. I noticed the Red Bull.
Is that like a car inside
That's
that?
what I was wondering.
What is?
To be honest,
Do you see
but
it looks like
I didn't know if it was a reflection or
it looks
what.
like it looks like mini turbochargers in there.
I don't know.
No, that is it looks like a car.
Yeah, it is like a car in
Did you
there.
put a car in there?
I don't know if it's inside or if it's reflecting. No, that's it.
That's what I
it's
was
in it.
wondering.
That has to be
It's in it.
I don't know why you didn't
That's
show
what I
that.
thought.
That's actually pretty cool. Yeah.
If
That,
that is actually in there, I could bump mine up to like a solid, 8.5.
Yeah, I know,
Just
like-
for the car being inside of it.
I think I'd give it a 9 because that's personality right there. There you go.
Mom is on Facebook. Nice.
Okay, but yes, thank you, Andrew, for submitting your setup. Really cool setup. I hope to see if you make those changes that you resubmit. So,
Yeah, next time tell us about that car and what exactly the purpose is. 'Cause it's kind of
Yeah.
I'd love to
interesting.
hear that.
so next setup we're going to do more X Rage.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, sounds painful, I guess. Let's open up this right here. It looks like we have another trend here with another i7 setup. So,
Same exact processor too.
Yeah,
But this guy says he has an H80i, which I wouldn't be surprised if that's what he had.
yeah. So his CPU is an i7 4790K. His cooler is a Corsair H80i, all in one. And his GPU is a Eno 3D GTX 980 Ti. That's interesting. Mainboard, an Asus Sabertooth Z97 Mark S, 16 gigs of RAM at 600 megahertz, a 1200
Jeez.
watt power supply.
Jeez.
Whoa, I'll get into that later.
That is overkill.
Yeah, sound
Well,
card.
Black Friday deal or something right there.
Right.
Yeah, Realtek Audio. That's his built-in onboard. But HD hard drive, 1 terabyte hard drive, 2 of them in RAID 0, a 1 terabyte hard drive. Wait, I'm
RAID
confused.
0. I think he means like they're both in RAID.
Oh,
like they're all
okay,
in
got
RAID
it.
0.
Okay, those are the RAID 0. Okay, and then the 2 terabyte hybrid
I don't
drive.
get why he wouldn't. Oh, I guess maybe the hybrid drive's like his main drive, and then the ones that are in RAID are probably his backup.
Yeah, that's
like
probably what
slave
it,
drives.
yeah. The case is a Corsair Carbide Spec 02. The chair is a leather office chair. I've never heard of that brand before. Keyboard, Corsair Deathstalker
Claiming
Chroma. Mouse is a Corsair Diamondback. The mouse mat is a Pyrex DX 2000 XL.
Oh, so it's
Those are
one.
Corsair?
It's one of the full desk mats or keyboard.
I never
extended
heard
mouse
of
pads,
never
whatever.
heard of the Corsair Diamondback before.
Those are Razer.
Those are
Right?
Yeah,
that's Razer. Well, what is he?
Maybe it came with The course. I don't know. I don't know where he gets that from.
I don't know. Why is
He
it?
might have just made like a little.
He may have messed
Yeah.
up.
Well, what is a
I
diamond?
don't know why I
back,
said
though?
Corsair.
Well, then again, no. Go back to that mouse. I haven't seen one like that.
That's Razor.
Isn't that just like the? It looks like a Death Adder, pretty much. I mean, no.
Okay, let's finish the
It does look
specs
different.
first, and then we'll get to that. And then the mouse pad, the headphones, Audio Technica ATH WS77. Okay. Logitech C920 webcam monitors, a BenQ GL22. It's a BenQ monitor. The speakers are our Trust 5.1 surround sound. So let's get into this real quick. We'll do the picture with his actual desk showing off the two monitors. One thing that really stands out to me is it looks really cramped. Like,
That's exactly.
Yeah, that one monitor looks like it wants to jump off.
yeah, I understand the idea of two monitors, but at the same time,
I
two
see
monitor.
his problem.
I see his problem is his
This-
computer.
Yeah.
You really, in a setup like this, it's gonna be really hard to keep your desktop on your desk, and there are some things that you could do. This is what I would recommend to you. I would move the desktop if there's actually any room. I don't know what your room scenario is, how much space you have, to the ground somewhere. And if you're worried about it being directly on the ground, get like a stand for it. You can buy stands where you can just have your desktop risen off the ground. Also, that power strip on the ground by your bed, it's not good. I would assume that, from what I'm thinking, that's probably where he like plugs his phone in and like lays it next to the desk when he's in bed or something. What? Okay, I don't even know. It's random laughing.
you really don't know.
And then what?
you have one next to your bed, you douche.
It's up there.
Oh, is it?
It's on the desk.
Oh, you changed. What about the one that was over there?
That was not there anymore.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like confused for a second. I was like, "What are you talking about?" Yeah, like I would do it like I had it set up. I have it mounted onto the desk on the
Now
other
he
side
does.
to be routed over there.
Yeah, Matt's girlfriend's the smart one.
Yeah, you're just trying to rat me out or something. Yeah, I would definitely mount that somewhere on the desk. Definitely move the desktop down. See some of the other pictures. It looks from underneath. You have. I'm guessing that's a sub.
That's cool. You can actually unplug each speaker from the sub.
That's actually pretty cool. I don't know what this picture is
I
specifically.
don't know if it is either. It looks like, I mean, that's the top of a monitor. Oh, it's showing the stand. No, wait. Is it the speakers?
Do you see that one?
Yeah, I think it's the speakers because it's 5.1 and I think there's 3 or 4 speakers back there.
Huh?
I think that's what it is.
Again, that's probably something where it's like he doesn't have much
Yeah, he doesn't have
space
any
on
room.
that desk.
You guys know they can't see that, right?
Oh yeah, Matt, they can't see that.
I'll just keep my mouth shut.
No, you're right.
Um,
I was.
let's see.
Guys, photos aren't up. No pictures.
Okay.
Man, what do you have to say about this? Are you just gonna act like it didn't happen?
What happened?
Oh.
What are you talking? Guys, like I don't know what you're talking about. Guys, it's Toasty Bros. Professionalism is
keyboard?
optional. What?
What's that keyboard? That's like the stupid like where it's not actually mechanical. It's like it's like a laptop.
It's not a rip-off. Just, I mean,
It's like a laptop keyboard. Pretty
it's
much.
membrane.
Yeah. Insane in the membrane. And it has 10, like, there's, I don't know. If it didn't have the 10 keys, then it might kind of make sense to me, but.
I don't know. Like,
What are we saying?
what
I'm
are
so,
your
like-
what are your suggestions? I'm
what
on
are
your
my
suggestions
suggestions?
now.
One of them is, I'm not really digging this cord or whatever this is hanging on your drawer right here. I'm kind of telling your desk was more like probably something that was given to you if I had to guess. There's nothing wrong with that. But the main thing is I would try and find anywhere you could to put that computer. Honestly, being between your bed and this desk, if you could move it some, would be better than it being up there in my opinion. I just think it's taking up way too much room, and those monitors should be side by side and not like one monitor trying to jump off the bridge into the river. Maybe actually are those matching monitors? One looks way smaller, but they both have the same exact.
It may
keys
just
and
be at the
everything.
angle. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they might
be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely, yeah, you could clean this up a lot by just like having more.
Yeah, I mean, and like one of the monitors is literally like his keyboard is cramped by both monitors. I mean, there's just I mean, I know you might think the computer looks cool, maybe if that's why you have it up there, but I can tell
it's
you.
being blocked by the monitor, so it's pretty
Yeah,
cool. It's
I
the
mean,
whole point.
yeah, like, isn't there a clear panel on it even, and it's literally just being blocked by the monitor? I mean, it's cool and all, but I think it would be better if, you found a place to put on your desk. Actually, I mean, I just noticed on the other side, you have these drawers right here, and you have something already on the floor. I mean, that's where you could put the computer. You could put it in either one of those spots. Let me make it to where the people can see that one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can
Yeah.
find it. There it is.
That one,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, you could literally put it in any of these areas, and I think it would be a lot better. I don't know if you ever tried it, but maybe you could try it out and see if you like it. Switch it around whenever.
Now,
you
give them props. That mouse pad like fits the desk perfectly. Like
It
that
does.
that extended mouse pad, you see how it like fits the desk like
Yeah.
perfect. So I give them props on that. It's just you could definitely fit 2 monitors, but you just can't have your PC on there as well. Like that's just where it comes down to. But I'll let you talk about it a little bit, Josh. What's your opinion?
Yeah, I had the same exact first impression that you guys did. It's just fitting a lot of stuff into a little bit of room. So here's what I would do if I were you. I'm kind of in a somewhat similar situation. I don't have a whole lot of room, and this is what I did. First of all, move that computer onto somewhere else. It's a small desk to begin with, so you gotta free up as much room as you can. And I hope that those monitors have some VESA mounts on the back, because if you could wall mount both of those monitors, that would free up a lot more
That's
desk
true.
space, and you'd be looking really, really good. Because right now, I have 3 monitors, kind of makeshift, but 2 of them are wall mounts, and that really frees up a lot of room. And I mean, cable management is a little bit more frustrating, but I mean, I think it would be worth it. And also with this, I mean, you have a pretty expensive computer there, so I think that you could spend like $100, get a really nice keyboard, trash the membrane keyboard, maybe even the new mouse, and I think you'd be looking really, really good. And also, space under the desk. I'm not sure how comfortable you are, but it looks like you have a sub down there. You
Yeah.
have like a trash can.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how comfortable you are because it looks kind of cramped. But I would maybe try and relocate a couple of those items. I don't know. That looked a little cramped, but yeah. Overall, hey, it's right there. It's right there.
Yeah, so we'll get into the ratings for it. I'm going to rate the setup as of right now. I'm going to go about a 7.4. 7.4, this thing could be really good. If you did some of the tips that Josh mentioned, you don't really need to wall mount them. You don't really need to wall mount them, but even if you did, that would be extra points. But you really just need to worry about that desktop. All the stuff is there. Like, you have everything you need right now to make it look good. Yeah, the keyboard can be upgraded, the mouse can be upgraded. Mouse really not even that important. Maybe the keyboard more than anything to get a better keyboard, but main issue is just the desktop taking up a lot of space. If you can move that somewhere, that'd be awesome. Another thing is you can get a headphone stand for the headphones, because it's really hard. I mean, you really might not want your headphones hanging on your monitor. It's kind of just blocking the screen.
A lot of people do that.
A lot of people do that. Do that. But yeah, I mean, just move the desktop somewhere and you could really make it a lot cleaner. Like, that's my personal opinion on it. So, what's your rating, Jackson?
I think I'm just gonna give it a 7.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, like, if I have to just be honest, not to be mean, but I don't know what the heck Razer was doing with this mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
Kind of both of them make me want to go, like, to Razer's HQ and just, like, kind of throw them at their window. I mean, it's cool that they're Razer and all, like, I get it, their name brand, but
That's
it's...
the only thing that's cool about them besides that.
Yeah,
name
like
really
if that
is,
Razer logo wasn't on there, it would, yeah, I would assume that they were, like, some Amazon, like, cheap knockoffs, honestly. Like, yeah. I mean, but yeah, I mean, as long as they work, I guess that's fine. I mean, I used to have, like, HP stuff, so I can't really talk about that too much. Was that the power brick?
Wow, the irony that my power strip decides to fall from my desk while we're talking
Wow,
about it.
okay.
That's awesome.
So once again, it's ghetto.
Yeah, it is ghetto. Anyways.
But, yeah, I mean, and then the chair actually looks pretty nice.
It's
And-
probably a lot more expensive than his mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I mean, it's but yeah, you really just need to clean stuff up a lot. I mean, it's one of those things where I can't rate it too low because I see like a lot of potential. Like, there's so much. Actually, I guess I could say it the other way around. Like, I could rate it really low because you could do a lot better. I mean, just with like maybe an hour worth of cleaning, like it's really not even cleaning, just moving stuff around. It just really needs to. Like, you need to kind of, like, get a drawing board and really think about where you could put stuff to be more efficient with your space. Because, I get the feeling of having a lot of space. You got to try and be as efficient as possible and move stuff around to get the most space as possible. And then you start to realize you know, oh well, this kind of used to look dumb here. You know, it looks better once it's cleaner. So, yeah, that's my main take on it.
All right, Josh, what's your rating?
I am giving this guy a 6.5. I think there are a few maybe more than a few missed opportunities here. Just there's a lot that you could do with this. You have a really, really nice machine there, and I mean, just relocate a few things, and you could. That's easily like an 8. It's a 9. It's a really good setup. Also, just random note from before. I also like the color coordination between the LEDs, the keyboard, the mouse, and the computer. That I like. Just want to throw that in there. And yeah, I mean, just move things around, dude, and it could be an awesome setup. Right now, it's just cramped. It's functional, but not very comfortable. I don't think. At least I wouldn't be able to be comfortable with that. So.
Yeah.
Either way, yeah.
I gotcha. I understand. But yeah, thank you very much for submitting your setup, dude. Please, if you want to, fix the setup, clean it up a little bit, and resubmit it. Definitely would like that. Yeah, really cool. So let's go on to the next one, which we're going to do. Let's do Riley. Let's leave Steve for last. I think Steve deserves the last setup here.
He does. He deserves the last.
So we're going to go on to Riley here. Now, Riley didn't really send any specs with the email. What's going on?
I see his main. He sent the most important specs. He's 16 and he has LEDs.
And everything you see here, I bought myself. Most things are thrifted, and it's taken me years to get where I am. The LEDs are synced to music also.
That's pretty dope.
That's pretty cool.
Wow.
Are those cables synced to the music?
Oh no. Alright, so we're going to look at the picture over here of the, let's see, loading up right here, of behind the monitors. We're going to look for behind the monitors where we can see his couch. Oh, right there.
Look at this.
From this angle, everything looks really clean. I like how you have the mount on the wall for your headphones.
Yeah, they're not on his monitor.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool place to stick those. It looks like you make some sort of videos. You have a tripod behind your monitor, so that's actually really
I
cool.
missed that. That's nice.
Yeah, having the tripod behind there, you can stick your camera and record from your desk. It's pretty cool. The desk looks really clean, like from the back view. If we move over to where the other TV is at the Xbox, you have a pretty clean space. I don't know why the Arizona T is right there, per se, but, I mean, you have a Nintendo 64, a GameCube, a bunch of controllers, an Xbox with that clear side panel, which looks really cool, the original Xbox 360 on a TV right there. It looks like a cool place to play.
I don't think this isn't even a bedroom. I don't think it looks like it's literally like his. What would you call it?
Maybe
Yeah,
it's like
a man cave.
Almost, that's what it looks.
Unless this corner right here where his shoes are at maybe goes back to bedroom. That's pretty dope though that the stuff's not directly in his bedroom.
Yeah,
I like that.
but yeah, let's see. And then behind here, it looks like the cables look alright for being behind. I think he pulled the thing out to show the cable management behind the.
At least he was honest.
I'm assuming that's behind. Where's? I'm trying to see where that corner.
I think it might be
They're
the.
behind right there by the lamp.
Yeah, around where the lamp is. You actually have stuff taped down. The LED strips taped down. See how the LEDs are like that. That's pretty cool.
It just wraps around the couch.
And you have the random hammer in the bottom left corner. But yeah, we'll go on to the next picture. And okay, yeah, this picture right here. We're gonna have to. I'm kind of confused.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened? I'm trying to understand what happened. Josh, what do you think happened here?
I don't know. I saw the first picture and I was so happy, and then I saw that and I was like, oh my god, what the heck? How? No, why? What? No.
Yeah.
Two words. Zip ties. There you go.
I don't even know if zip ties can save this.
Something about
I
this.
don't know, like a lot of zip ties.
I feel like there's cables in here that he doesn't even use. Like I feel like he just threw them in just to piss us off.
He's trying to be a troll.
Yeah, that's what I feel like. He just has this pile of cables.
Like, what is this really thick cable? This looks like vacuum line in the freaking engine bay. I have never seen cable that thick. Yeah, I mean, it could be.
I don't know. It's
analog
someone
cable.
mentioned maybe it's before pictures. I don't think so because that might be underneath his couch.
Well, hold on.
Well, look, do you
it's
see the
same
couch there too?
pattern in
Well,
both
go
pictures.
back.
Like the flower picture. See flower
See?
pattern. Go back. Flower pattern.
Well, I mean, it could be right here though. That's what I'm saying. You see, there's a wire running underneath here.
Yeah,
I don't know
so
if that's
maybe it was like all shoved behind that thingy, and that's the after picture to show how good he did just for you guys.
Well, I mean, if he
Maybe.
did, if that was the reason, then he could have mentioned it. If he mentioned that, then I'd be cool with it. But it's just this random.
Well, you know, it could be because look, there's that three-way splitter. There's that yellow cable. Let's go back to the other one.
Right there.
Yellow
see?
cable, 3-way splitter.
That could be a before and after.
Oh, wait. And then this thing plugged into the 3-way.
Okay, so
I think that's after.
I think that is a before and after
Yeah.
picture now. Okay. All right, now I'm less.
Let's just say that I'm.
agitated.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's before and after. We'll just say
Okay,
this.
so that does look a lot better than what it did before.
Mhm.
I'll definitely give you that.
And then I think this might be a sub. I think it was on top of this.
He had his. Oh wow.
Yeah.
He had like all the cables on top of his sub.
I bet that was annoying. It was probably like.
Yeah, that's all I'm wondering. Like, why he had all that on top of the sub? Wow. All right. Well,
Looks like a fire hazard.
when I first saw this, I had this feeling that it was gonna be just a giant like, wow, what are you doing? But it's a cool setup. I'm gonna look at the main desk picture now. LEDs look nice. Monitors look nice.
Where's the computer at? It might be a dumb question, but I haven't noticed it yet.
Is
There's
it?
like a side door
Is that it right
to the
there?
left of the desk.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Is
right
that
there.
really? You think that's kind of cool that he has it
I
hidden
think
like
it
that.
might. Yeah, I think that's where it is because the cables are probably
Goes in
running
the
in.
back, yeah.
Yeah, because the cables run out through the back and then.
You never showed the computer though.
Oh, there
Maybe-
you see, it's right there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
it
the
looks like it might be like a pre-built or something.
Yeah,
Or maybe he added stuff to it.
but I actually like that desk. It looks pretty cool. I mean, you have enough room. It is kind of a smaller desk, but that's coming from me. I have like all this desk space. I kind of like having a lot of space on a desk. I mean, for doing stuff, is that thing? I'm assuming that thing on the bottom slides out for keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, I would think so.
But yeah, I mean, now that I know that that's a before and after, because I'm pretty much certain that's what it is. I like it a lot. I actually like having the tripod right there. That's pretty cool for making videos, having the room be able to do that. Yeah, I guess we'll just.
There's a door right there too.
Yeah, it's cool. I guess we'll just go ahead and start with ratings. I'll go ahead and say this setup's really clean. Spec-wise, we really don't like specs are important, but in this kind of setup type scenario, as long as it's clean, well put together, cable managed,
It's a toasty crib.
it's just like it's whatever you use it for, your use case. And this looks like a really chill place. You have friends over and playing games over here, and then you can do your videos or whatever, that sort of thing too. Whatever your interests are. And I mean, I'm gonna rate this setup a. This is hard. This is hard because I'm gonna have to say a 9. I'm just gonna go with the 9. I'm just gonna go ahead and throw the 9 out there. 9 is something that I really like. The one thing that I may suggest is some of these cables are clean and all, like very clean. I like that a lot. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I want to give it a really high score, but it just doesn't have like a wow factor to it. There should be like, that's what I'm saying. There should be a little bit more like posters around the room, some more personality type stuff. There are a couple things sitting around. Just there's certain points in the room that it seems very bare and just not much to it. I mean, there's a little things you could add, but very simplistic, really nice. I think 9 works for it. There's just not a really big wow factor that really pushes it to be a 10, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's a really clean setup, and a 9's a really solid score. So, what are you going to say?
I'm gonna give it a 8.8. What?
You like these random numbers today, don't you?
Yeah, a
These
little bit.
these 8.8s.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the whole entire setup. It would have been a lot lower if that cable management wasn't improved, which I'm assuming what that is, so you're lucky that we're going to assume what that is, because if it's not, then...
It's screwed in a lot lower,
then,
honestly.
Then we will find you. The tech gamers will find you, and we'll hunt you down until those are fixed. But for now, though, really clean setup. And like Matt said, I mean, it has that feel to it where, yeah, you can just have a bunch of friends over to play games and not really worry about anything. You can have pretty much, you can have, like, it's almost like a LAN party type room. It's like an overall man cave. Like, whatever you're feeling, it's all in that one room. So that's pretty cool. And then you can also record in that room. So kind of get a little bit of everything. I also noticed he had some shoes and boxes over in the corner, which I like that. It's pretty clean looking. Yeah. The computer itself, you didn't name off your specs, but you were smart with putting it like behind that case, just because if it is like a pre-built kind of ugly looking computer that's been kind of put together like with extra parts over there, which is nothing wrong with that, but you made it look to where if I was to walk in there, I'd be like, oh, he probably has like a really good gaming rig, but in reality, it's just those LEDs that make it look really good.
Yeah.
So really good job with that. Anything that I'd improve, I'd say maybe you could do a little bit better with cable management. Have him maybe run down the legs of this more instead of kind of just like straight up the back. And I know people really don't see that, so it's not like a huge deal. And other than that, I would say maybe the monitors could be matching, but
That's just one of those things that it would add a wow factor to it, but it's not really necessary.
Especially if the computer and everything's just kind of put together. It's, what's the point of getting matching stuff anyways? It's kind of like a feature upgrade for you. But, yeah, good setup.
All right, Josh, what do you say?
I am giving this guy a 9.5.
Oh,
I
there you
love
go.
this setup.
Yeah.
I think this is an amazing setup, and I mean, hey, my first, literally, I have a sheet of paper here with all my notes, and first impressions, I have, damn, all caps. Like, this setup is really, really nice. I mean, it's super clean. You have your one section for, you're on your computer, you're working, you're recording, or whatever you're doing. I see you have an Xbox One there. I love the color scheme in this first shot with the desk. You just have, mainly black with some accent colors. I mean, the lamp you have up there, I mean, hey, that matches it perfectly. You got your headphones hanging up. I mean, it looks super clean. And then you have the other area, which is more for play, and I really love that. I mean, you have some old school consoles. I see the N64, I see the GameCube, and like just little things like the melting clock that you have there, and even like the shoes and the boxes in the back. I think that adds that little touch of personality to it, and I almost wanted to give it a 10. Almost. Maybe if he had some like badass system that he made, out in the open and stuff, maybe that would have pushed it. But I mean, I love this.
Yeah.
I really, really do. This is definitely a setup that I would love to have, and I think it's awesome, And as far as the cables go, I'm a believer in out of sight, out of mind. So if I can't see it, I'm cool with it. If it's in the back, hey,
Right.
that's all that really matters to me. So,
All right.
Good job, dude.
Yeah, thank you a ton, Riley. That was a really awesome setup. I like that.
Now drum roll.
And now drum roll for Steve. For you all who do know who Steve is, he is a member of Vidfall. Really cool dude. And he submitted his setup to us. We have the email right here. Here it is in all its glory, my PC setup plus a pic of my sweet apartment in Arizona. So his computer is a MacBook mid 2012 with a i7 quad-core processor, a new motherboard, old one recently fried, a Samsung 500GB SSD, 16 gigs of DDR3, and external display monitor. His recording gear, I think it was saying that he was telling us he does like audio like stuff. He was doing like he does music recording or whatever.
Yeah.
So he has a Fire Studio 16 input interface, which this kind of stuff is Greek to me because I really do not know much about it. So
I can tell you it's super expensive.
yeah. So SMB7 mic, a broadcast standard microphone, 2 Octava MK012 condenser mics. A Rode NT1 condenser mic, Shear Beta 5.2A kick drum mic, 2 Shear SM57 snare and high tom. I'm assuming tone mic.
No, he's talking
tom,
about. I think he's
tom.
talking about high tom isn't. Well, no. Well, I mean, a snare is a snare and I mean, I'm thinking of like a hi hat. Or yeah. Where that's a snare is a. Those are both parts of drum and cymbal.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking correctly.
Yeah. But yeah, Steve said audio production. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, an Audix D4 floor tom mic and 2x8-inch MA Studios monitor speakers. And his camera is a Canon 60D, a Canon. His lens is an 18 to 135 millimeter zoom lens, and he has a Sigma 30 millimeter prime lens. So let's go right into the pictures with his base shot right here. So here's his desk. Looks like he made this desk himself. That's actually pretty. That's pretty cool. One thing I would recommend is the power strip, which right now mine's currently on the ground. But I would definitely do something with the power strip. Really cool. Put that somewhere on the desk, mount it somewhere high.
I mean, if you made the.
It's simple to mount it.
It's simple to mount it.
It's simple to mount it until it falls off.
Until it falls off.
Okay, well, he used sticky.
Yeah, I mean,
used
most of the time they have little slots. And does yours have the slots in the back?
for screws. You can do it that way if you want
Is
to.
that what you told him to do?
I just didn't want to put the screws in because it's hard to line them up perfectly. You have to so I just went ahead and did the 3M tape was holding that stuff up, so I just went ahead and did that. So I thought it would hold the power strip if it's gonna hold my cloud on the wall. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need this from you. Okay, so you have the 2 speakers, which are actually pretty big studio monitors. Excuse me. And I see all the mics you have set up and everything for the audio production. It's pretty cool. Definitely that power strip could be moved. The apartment looks nice.
Oh, man.
I really like the apartment, actually, the other picture.
Look at the balcony.
I really like that. It looks cool. Definitely awesome to include stuff like this. Your setup is basically you can be your entire living space as well to include that. That is not the right picture.
Wait, what was that?
That is definitely.
Why
Here's
was
the
that
other
in there?
picture. And then this right here, I'm assuming, is all his mics, which he has a
Yeah.
lot of them.
Maracas.
Maracas.
Okay.
He has some maracas
Right.
there.
No, we didn't give anyone an actual 10 this setup.
Yeah. I don't think have we given a 10?
No, we've given it. I think we might have given one before, but not. We haven't done them. We haven't done any 10s this recently.
Yeah, but I mean that workspace is really clean. I mean you have the light right here that you can use. There's this camera up there. I mean workspace. I really like people who have their own built desks. It's really cool. I mean one thing I'd recommend is maybe something to sit your laptop on, like a raised stand for a laptop that you can just lay your laptop on instead of having to sit on a table. That's just personal preference. If you like, if it's sometimes people like on laptops like typing at an angle.
You see all of his deep dark secrets.
You can see
in
his
diary.
journal right here. You gotta love the sweet little writing book. Yeah, and that monitor, just an extra monitor. Always good to have extra screen real estate. Yeah, what do you think about it? What do you got to say to Steve-O over here?
Steve-O. Yeah, I mean, everything's really clean on it. Like Matt said, you know, we both really like the custom stuff. You can obviously see that we like custom stuff because neither of us have real desks we actually built around. Like Matt said, I mean, my power strip's in the ground too, which mine should be on the bottom of my desk, so I can't be super hypocritical about it, but... I said hypocritical. Yeah, no,
Okay,
never
yeah.
mind. That's right. I don't
Yeah.
even know what I'm thinking. But... it definitely would look a lot better if it was either mounted on the underside of the desk or even kind of if it was maybe on this side mounted kind of like here. I think that would still look good. It's almost like it just needs just to where all the cables can run like up top instead of, you know, kind of down here. But cable management is really not that bad. You don't have a lot of cables, so you know, I can't really dock too much for that. Yeah, I do really like the speakers. Those are pretty clean looking, and the little mic stand back there. I guess pretty much all your mics. I don't know if you just use this one stand for all those, but I don't know how interchangeable those are, but it's definitely a cool touch. And the top of the desk workspace is really clean. I don't know if it's always like that, but if it is,
Yeah.
props to you for keeping your stuff clean. And I did notice, though, I wonder if you just recently built this desk, because he has nothing on these.
Yeah, I mean, if that was like that, you could use that as like a shelf
Yeah.
below the desk. That'd be
I would
cool.
put the speakers there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, you could.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'd be
It looks like it was almost designed for it, though, because how the sides are...
I think the speakers kind of fits the theme though, because you know he's a big audio guy, so I think that kind of matches it a little bit.
Yeah, well, and I guess if you had more stuff, it'd make more sense to put them down there. But until you get more stuff to put up here, then I would say there's really not much of a point of putting them down there. But if you did get more stuff, I'd put them down there, and I think it would still look really good.
They were saying speakers need to be ear height. Yeah, with the studio monitors, you kind of want it to be ear height so you get the accuracy
Maybe
of
your
it.
ears should be speaker height.
There you go.
I really like. I think Atmosphere adds a lot to setups. Like whenever I look at the pictures of people's setups, I want to feel kind of like I'm in like a happy place. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm in like someone's dungeon, and so this kind of like, you know, gives me that feeling. I like feeling like you're in, yeah, like I said, like a happy place. You know, you're not trapped in like a house that's really dark. You actually have it kind of open. You have a candlelit dinner going on here, and the lights are definitely a cool touch. I guess you probably use those kind of like as your lights. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
I mean, I'm assuming that's your new TV you picked up that you were talking about.
Oh yeah,
That might be the one. But yeah,
he has a big sub there for that.
Yeah, true.
For the TV, so that's pretty cool.
All right, Josh, what's your take on it? Yeah, that accidentally got there from like the skin
Were
giveaway.
you actually gonna buy it? Oh, skin giveaway.
Yeah.
I thought you were actually gonna buy that. I was like,
All right,
oh,
what do
man.
you think, Josh?
Overall, I do really like this setup. I would say my only issue with it really is that bottom part. It's a little bit bare. I do really like that it's custom built though. I want to do something like that for myself because there's so much that you can do when you make a desk, you know, custom. You can do whatever you want with it, and you know, you got some shelves there. You know, add some stuff there. You know, whether it's just add a touch of personality or whatever. You know, you got space there, so you know, definitely use that. And I I really like that you got that 4x3 monitor there. I mean, hey, you know, that's pretty much half my setup. Just, you know, if I have it, why throw it away when I can just use it? I have like this old 32-inch 720p TV. It's a reference monitor. You just keep it there, you know. And hey, extra screen space, always value that. And one of you guys were saying that, so I mean, hey,
it makes you feel cool too.
Yeah. I'm surrounded by monitors. It's awesome.
Exactly.
So, I mean, yeah, I'm digging it though. I like it a lot, and I like all the audio stuff. That's awesome.
But yeah, I guess we'll get into ratings. As for ratings for this setup, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Things are really clean. It's like when I think of the rating system, like around this.
You should. I don't think Matt should be allowed in the stream anymore.
What happened?
I think we should kick him off.
What? What did I do?
So mean.
7.5.
Oh,
what?
Man. Oh my gosh.
Jeez, guys.
That's like almost failing, dude.
I don't know what your ratings.
No, just go ahead. Tell us what's wrong with it.
Okay. Jeez, I was saying it was 7.5. Very productive. Really a good setup. It's not like a grading scale at school. Like you're failing at a 60%. That's not how this works. I mean, like, there's some things like the shelves. You could put stuff on the shelves. Put something with the power strip. Put that somewhere else. Get something for the laptop as far as like a stand for it. Maybe that's a good thing you do. Get some little boxes to put your microphones in on the shelves, so you don't have it sitting off to the other side. Yeah, I mean, it looks good. I would definitely take advantage of what's below. Add something to put stuff in. Really clean. I like the desk lamp. But yeah, if you did some like just a little bit of tidying up and more like some organization with some of the other microphones, so it's like near your actual setup, that'd be really cool. But yeah, that's my setup.
That's your setup.
Review of it. You're all getting me flustered. You're all just like jumping in and attacking me in the middle.
Hold on. I need to add this real quick. Oh wait, I did not mean to say that.
What does that even mean?
wait, I got it. 300 down.
We could just set it in the stream and they could have watched.
No, I want them to really see it. I want to rub it in everyone's face. Wow. That's actually what Matt gets. I don't get that much. I'm supposed to get that much. Oh, you ordered one. That's pretty cool. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Chaz.
I'm glad that actually made you order one.
So what's your rating?
Tell me what you think about
What's your rating here, buddy?
I'm honestly gonna give it like a 2.6. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be like a fanboy or anything, but I'm gonna give it like an 8.4. Mainly because we're all about cleanliness here, and you definitely kept that a really good factor. But kind of like Matt said, it's almost too clean. Like I think you need to add some stuff here, like add some personality to it in a way. Like I said, this might be a new desk, so maybe you need to, just start getting more things. I can tell you're the type of person who doesn't like to hoard stuff unless you just hit it for these photos, but you look like the type of person that like you won't really, I don't know how you'd put it, like take extra things in, like you'd rather just get how would you put it, like you'd rather have not new things but nothing extra.
Yeah,
like,
I understand.
I'm the type of person that like, I like to take anything I can get my hands on, and it'll sit there for a while and then I'll finally like do something with it. But I can tell that you're the type of person that like if you get something extra, you're gonna put it either into storage or you're just not gonna keep it or you're gonna use it. So I mean that's not a bad thing. I mean I would say it's a good thing, but I think you do need some things to keep, like some decorations and just something, because right now I mean you kind of have everything you need like already set up, so you kind of just need to start taking some more things in, but yeah, I mean then like I said, the atmosphere really
nice.
Big part. Yeah, really adds points to it too. I mean, really, there's not much you can do in the living room.
Living room's perfect. I really like the living room.
Yeah,
it's
he has
nice.
the Xbox One there too. I think that's
360.
Is it?
I think it's one.
Is it slim?
Yeah, slim 360.
It might be. I don't know. It looks kind of like a 1.2 though. A 1.2.
I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, nice 4K TV. I bet you probably like that a lot. I don't have one, so I can't say anything about it. But cool TV though. I remember when you were picking it up. Oh my gosh.
And skin.
Yeah, nice phone case. Too.
Yeah, it's a 360.
Okay, so I guess it's like the nearest slim. That's the one that I have. I don't know how I didn't know that, but yeah, but it's really not. I mean, like I said, it's just really clean, so there's not much to say. Like I can't really say anything bad about it. The main thing though is if you put this somewhere, I don't think I'd even mount it under the desk because it'd be too hard to get to. I would almost mount it against one of not this part but like the back part. I'd mount it back there to where you can still plug stuff in, because you obviously have these side panels where you can get through either side, so it's not like getting to it would be a problem. Either way, I mean, right now you kind of have to go under your desk anyways to get to it. So I would put it somewhere where it's kind of more out of the. It doesn't even need to be out of the way. It just needs to look more like professional, I guess you could say, because everything else looks so professional. So, yeah.
All right, Josh, what's your rating of it?
I am gonna meet you guys in the middle and give this 8 flat. So I really like the setup. My only 2 big issues are just the whole, personality part. You guys both mentioned that. I mean, we have some empty space there, so make use of it. And there are also just, you have the wires that are kind of just out in the open, so, just tidy that up. And, I mean, just a little bit more cable management. You got the power strip down there. Just clean that up. And, I mean, once you take care of those 2 things, honestly, I really like it. I really do love the setup. So, yeah, I'm going 8.
All right, Steve. Thanks for the setup, man. Really props to helping us host this event. Really cool. But yeah, those are the setups for this episode of Toasty Cribs. We call it Toasty Tech Live now.
Toasty Tech Live.
Toasty Tech Live.
I mean, it's
but
kinda
Toasty
still,
Cribs.
It's like Toasty Cribs in the beginning, and then after that, we kind of just.
Yeah, I mean, we pretty much
else.
took this episode doing some lives. We got like 10 more minutes left. But yeah, so overall, setups are really good. Really good setups this week. I liked them a lot.
Also, we have a contest that's about to end, so
I don't know. I mean, I think we're getting ready to just close it because I think okay, this is what we're gonna do. After the stream, for all those who are following us on Twitter, what we're going to be doing is after the stream's over, we're going to be going straight to the comments section. We're going to finish that stuff up and pick the winner. We're going to announce the winner on Twitter and through a video on YouTube real quick. What we're going to do, because we still have some stuff we have to do on it. It's not totally finished yet.
He wants us to be more harsh, dude.
He wants us to be more
He wants to
harsh
start,
on cable management.
Like whipping people and
I
ball
don't know.
gagging them.
T. Cornwell, I'm not sure. I haven't looked at the list, but I think you may be next week. I don't know. I'm not going to promise anything.
He'll be on it.
Yeah,
probably.
you'll be on it next week.
Because look at how many of those are duplicates, I think.
Yeah, there's a bunch of duplicates, so you'll be on it next week. I'll make sure that you're on it next week. So, but yeah, for all those who are watching here on YouTube, awesome. Thank you for watching.
The main thing is that. Oh, and also we're gonna be. I don't know if anyone's interested, but you know how we're always in computer builds. Well, we're gonna be doing another computer build this week. This is gonna be, I would say, one of our higher end builds that we're actually more than likely just going to sell after we build it. Normally we do custom builds and then we'll end up keeping them. You guys really never see what happens to them because a lot of times they'll just get put into other setups. But kind of like the one that we made for my boss not too long ago, that was like a $250 or whatever it was. They kind of like, it was kind of decent specs, and it was a processor that AMD sent to us. Well, they sent us another processor, which was the 8350, and a video that will be up soon where it's an 8350 versus a 6300 that's overclocked to kind of see is it worth upgrading to. And then we're going to take that 6300 and we're basically going to just build another computer and then sell it for a really fair price. So just if anyone's interested, then check that out because that should be up kind of soon. And we got to pick out parts too, so that's going to be fun. That's one of the best parts about building a PC is picking out parts. I'm sure you guys know that. It's a really fun feeling. So wish us luck for that.
But yeah, I guess, Josh, if there's some last words you want to say to people on here before you die. Wow, that was just
before we end your life.
But yeah, if you have any last words you want to say, go right ahead. If you want to talk about some stuff you have upcoming or that sort of thing, this is kind of just our chill time to talk to the people.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I don't really have anything specific. Just thank you for having me on. It's been fun. I really loved all the setups. Thank you to everyone that did send in their setups. And I just got back from PAX East. I don't know if anyone went to PAX East in Boston. That was hype though. So I'm motivated for YouTube and stuff. I'm ready to kill it. So just gonna leave it at that.
That's awesome, man.
Okay,
Question
so,
from T. Cornwell. I would not recommend that you upgrade from a
I've had
6100 to 6300.
I've had both. I can tell you. My first computer was the 6100 before the 6300 was even out, and I now have the 6300. I've had that in 2 separate builds now, and I can tell you it's no different at all. I would wait for the 8350. Gaming wise, you're not going to see a huge FPS gain. I mean, when I noticed, because like I said, the 6100 and 6300 are going to be mostly the same, so I'm going to tell you from a 6300 to an 8350 standpoint. You definitely will know, you'll see a good amount of like less stuttering in games and stuff like that. But the main thing though is if you're gonna do it, you're gonna be doing it for rendering time. If you don't make YouTube videos or anything like that, I wouldn't even suggest upgrading. I would try and overclock it first. But if anything though, yeah, I would just wait for the 8350 because that's really the only way you're gonna notice any differences.
Your GPU, I'll be upgrading my 6950 Radeon 60.
6950?
It's a Radeon 6950. It's an older.
Is that the one that? What's the one that we used in?
We have
the
a 6850.
6850.
So he has a 6950.
Okay.
I mean, I would upgrade to something like I had a 6850 in my rig, which is a little bit less performing than that, and I upgraded it to a 270X, which you can actually get pretty decently cheap. Even a R7 370X is a good upgrade. You'll definitely see improvements in that.
Yeah, I would go with one of the new R9 cards too. Like Matt said, I mean GTX, yeah, they're good, but it's like if you're gonna pay the same price, in my opinion, you might as well go newer. Because as everyone knows, technology, is always that's one of the most fastest changing things in today's world, in my opinion. So I would definitely go with like an R9 370, 380, or I'm not even gonna say 390 because yeah, I mean, I can tell you, I'm really glad I didn't go. I was either gonna get a 960 or the 380. I'm really glad I got the 380. If I had to be honest, and they're the same ones too. They're both MSI. They both look the exact same. The only difference was I think the 960 was a little bit cheaper, but like I said, I'm really still glad that I went with the 380.
Yeah, Josh, you can probably talk about your rig. I'm kind of curious. What are your specs in your rig?
Alright, so yeah, my build's actually pretty interesting. It started off as one of those just like pre-built computers. I was not really into the tech stuff back in like 2013, like Black Friday. It was 8 gigs of RAM, FX 8100, came with an R7250, just cheap motherboard, just kind of like my MacBook just died, I want to go to Windows kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, I went through multiple upgrades, and part choice is kind of a bit of an odd one just because of like Black Friday sales and gifts and stuff. So right now, eventually I moved over to Intel. Every part in there is new, and that's actually in that video that I made, AMD versus Intel, because I was really interested to see the difference between the 9590, which is AMD's highest end CPU right now, and Intel 6600K, which is an i5 processor. So they're really very close in price. Intel's only a little bit more, and I was really happy with it. But either way, yeah, I have the 6600K, and I was able to overclock that to 4.4 gigahertz, and I'm running that with a Thermal Take Water 3.0 Ultimate. So that's a 360 millimeter radiator.
Jeez.
That was, yeah, it's really overkill. This is pretty much what happened. My parents, they said, all right, you know what, you want a new case, a new cooler, because I wanted to get that anyway. And they just gave me a budget for that alone. So I kind of just, I said, whatever. Okay, nice.
I'm gonna get like the biggest cooler I could possibly get.
Pretty much. So that's awesome. And I have a Thermal Take case. It's a Core V71. It's a huge case. It's humongous, but it's kind of fun to build in though. Like you have so much room. It's a fun case to build in. I have 16 gigs of DDR4 memory. I have the R9 380, and for storage I have an Intel 750 series SSD, which you're saying to yourself, oh my god, he has an R9 380 and a 750 series SSD. This is where the kicker comes in. So I have a 400 gig. I have the 400 gig model, and normally that card is like $350, $400.
Yeah.
On Black Friday, I got it for $250. It was like that for literally an hour.
Wow.
So I couldn't turn that down. For the hands down fastest solid state drive on the market, I was like, I'm getting this.
Yeah.
Because at the time I had 2 SSDs in a RAID 0, and it just wasn't doing it. Like it was acting all funny. My computer was starting to just act funny, because once you start playing with RAID as your boot drive, it kind of sometimes you run into hiccups. So I was looking for a solution anyway, and that just kind of came in, and I was like, all right, cool. And lo and behold, when I was transferring all of my data, right after one of my SSDs from the RAID actually died. So thank God I did do that. So yeah, now I have one of those SSDs still in my computer. It's a 240 gig and a 2 terabyte Seagate Barracuda. I think that's motherboard. It's a Z170A Craig Gaming, so that's a really nice one. Nice clean black and white board. And power supply is no frills. It's not great. It's an ultra I don't even know the brand really. It's an Ultra 750 watt modular power supply, but you know, it gets the job done. It's very kind of just came together, you know, when good deals came by or you know whatever, and you know, hey.
Gotcha.
Yeah. About what LPG was saying, SSD dying. If you look back at like first gen SSDs when they first came out and were very expensive, they were actually really unreliable. I've seen a lot of people who bought those first gen SSDs. Honestly, a lot of them really did die. Like when you look back at people who were trying to use them in servers and stuff like that, nobody wanted to actually use them in their servers because they were literally less unreliable than a hard drive when they first came out, and they were super expensive. So I was like, okay, what's the point of this? They were cool and like the concept, but then, yeah, like just like Steve said. I mean, but now I haven't seen one die since the newer ones have came out. I haven't had that problem, and I think Matt and I've probably gone through like, I don't know, we probably had like 8 or 9 SSDs.
I think
by
so,
now.
maybe.
Maybe more, maybe less, because we've had so many like small boot SSDs and stuff like that, and we've had some bigger ones. And I mean, yeah, like, I mean, and that this is like within a year, and like, so after that, they've been really good. I mean, because they've been out for, I want to say well over 5 years. But like I said, the first gen ones are pretty garbage, but now they're pretty good.
Any opinions on ADATA SP550 SSD? ADATA makes pretty good SSDs. I mean, in this time when SSDs prices are really low, like when I always do build guides and that sort of thing, I always find it hard not to recommend to get at least a boot SSD. Like, it's like you can get anything, like any SSD out there, even if it's like a lower brand one, or if it's just, you can get them for like $30, for like a 120 gigabyte, and it's so.
Does he mean silicon power?
On I'm assuming he meant ADATA. SP.
I feel like the SP means silicon power, like the SSD that we've had.
No, ADATA SP550. Yeah, that's what I assumed what he meant. But
I was gonna say because that
Silicon Power would be the S60. That's the one.
Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, the one I had is the Silicon Power S60, which is actually a pretty solid drive, and it's a boot drive. That's mainly the thing I'd recommend because it's. I get budget systems, but nowadays when it's just $30, I mean that's something you really should try to squeeze in with any build that you do. It makes a world of difference. From me, who used a mechanical hard drive for the longest time, and then actually just used an SSD, it's a world of difference. So,
It really is.
But yeah, I guess that we're just gonna end the stream right about here. Thank you all for coming on. Thanks again to Josh for being on. Really awesome guest. But yeah, if you haven't already, check out Vidfall. Really awesome guys. I'm going to put Josh's stuff in the chat one more time. There's his tech channel and gaming channel. Go sub to those. Check them out. And yeah,
also
thanks
check
again.
out Vidfall.
Yeah, check out Vidfall. Definitely. Vidfall's an awesome company. Sign up for their site as well. And yeah, thanks again, guys. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And we will see you next Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And the videos will be a lot better this week. I know we slacked a lot last week with the videos. We had a lot of stuff going on. And he was having that one video he was doing. That video was a lot. So yeah, thanks again, guys, for being here. And see you all later.
Peace.
Peace.